Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Absolute Black Premium Oval Road Bike Chain Ring. One of the most controversial topics in cycling is the debate over round versus oval chain rings. Round chain rings are a lot more popular and what you'd find on most bikes today, while oval chain rings have come and gone in terms of popularity. Absolute Black claims to have a proven solution with their oval rings, and studies have proved their effectiveness in improving pedal efficiency and reducing fatigue. Packaging wise, you can see these are really beautiful. We have both the outer and inner ring here for the SRAM setup. They have just about anything you'd ever want. So tons of variations and very cool design. So you can see a nice cardstock, thick paper material. Cool little cutouts here that actually show you the chain ring behind it. And this nice green and gold color scheme with the Absolute Black. And this really reflective glossy graphic on here. All the specs are printed here. And then you can see very simple packaging, you just pull this out. So a very environmentally friendly design with no plastic. We'll go ahead and open these up, we'll go over the specs. Retail price ranges from $60 all the way up to $126, depending on the size of your chainring and your configuration. That pricing is for the SRAM version that we have here. But again, they have it for just about anything. They're CNC machined aluminum, so really beautiful design with a lot of detail work. And a nice black anodized finish. And the big advantage of this oval setup is they're designed to improve your smoothness when you're pedaling, which can make it easier to ride for longer, reduce fatigue, reduce pain points, and improve your cadence while you're climbing. You can see they just come with the chain rings themselves with no additional hardware. The main one for the SRAM setup does come with the hidden bolt, and then you just reuse your existing one. But otherwise, really just beautiful detailing and really premium build and construction. Now, if we look at the weight, we have the 50-tooth SRAM setup. And you can see a claimed weight of 118. And then depending on how you put it on our scale, it's about 121, so pretty close. And then the 34-tooth inner chainring, that is a claimed weight of 31, which is exactly what we see here. While most oval chainring companies promise performance gains, the Absolute Black oval chainrings only claim to improve effectiveness and reduce fatigue, particularly when you're climbing. Their extensive research and development has resulted in unique orientation or timing of the oval portion of this. So you can see it's a little tilted to the left, where your crank arm would be horizontal right here behind this hidden bolt. So it's a unique orientation, and they've really optimized the shaping here, so that each of the chain rings, depending on the number of teeth, has a specific orientation to maximize performance. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. You can see with a 50 tooth, and it has a 10.3% ovality. So you can definitely see how it's oval. So on the inside, it's more round. You can see on the outside, it extends a little higher and more narrow on the side. And the 34 tooth that we have here for the inner ring is 6.5%. And the timing ranges from 108 to 109.5 after top dead center. And that is the orientation of the different angles of the oval. This has really been tuned for road climbing and helps reduce fatigue by giving you a smoother pedal stroke. So as you're pedaling, you don't have those dead spots, which allow you to ride for longer with less pain and let you have a higher cadence when you're climbing. So you can see effectively you get a taller diameter on the vertical portion, and then when you're horizontal, you can see it's a little bit more narrow. And it's really designed to smooth it. So where you're not putting out power, it's much smoother. And then when you're top, putting out maximum power, it'll optimize your efficiency. So really cool setup overall. And something a lot of pros have ridden with, but generally they claim really big performance gains. But with this one, it's nice. It's just really designed to improve your pedal stroke and make it more effective. You can see these are a nice aluminum CNC construction. And you can actually see really cool detailing. So you have these diamond cutouts, and you can see how it's been milled out. So you can see how the tool went back and forth and cut out these ridges. So it gives a really unique appearance. It's only available in this anodized black, but there is a special PVD version that has a rainbow finish if you have a dura-ace setup. But for all the other ones, they're mostly this black color. But really nice finish. We'll see how it lasts, but the anodization is really well done. So everywhere around here, and even on the back side, you can see you have these ramps here. So you have 6 of these ramps that help your chain actually ride up. So when you're going small to big, these will help you with shifting. And again, you can see the detailing here with these ridges. The tooth design as well, you can see how it's different designs. So shorter, longer, and that's really helped maximize your shifting performance. And it should not reduce your shifting effectiveness if you just swap these in. But really beautiful finish. This is the 50-tooth SRAM version, which has the hidden bolt. For installation, you simply reuse your other bolts and you just put them on. Anytime you change your chain rings, it's highly recommended to swap out your chain as well, as the chain can be worn down based on your old chain ring, so you might have worse performance if you don't swap it. We also have the inner one. You don't necessarily have to buy both, so if you have a 2x setup, you can just go with the oval inner, keep your round outer. That'll help you save some money as they're really more effective for the slower climbing speeds. At higher speeds, there shouldn't be that much difference. But if you really want to complete the look, you can see we have both here. And this one's a lot simpler. Again, you can see the oval shape at certain angles. It's a little offset and different timing compared to the other one. But again, really nice anodization, and you just reuse your old hardware. Here you can see the installation of the chain rings on our SRAM Red setup. With this one, we're doing the inner and outer. You don't need both, but obviously the outer looks really great, and it all lines up just like stock. With this one, we have a 5-bolt setup with a hidden bolt behind it. And Absolute Black adds those little cutouts with those rings that helps you line it up. So otherwise it can be confusing to orient them. But if you line those up, you'll have the correct oval orientation. You reuse your original hardware, so it's very simple. It's just as easy as taking off your old ones, which can have a little bit stubborn bolts, so you might need a little extra torque. But you can see once installed, it looks really nice. You really should swap out your chain at the same time. And you can see you will have to update the front derailleur position by moving it up. Otherwise, the chain will hit it as it really pushes it up a lot higher. Here you can see some riding footage with the bike on our Tarmac. And as far as the feel, it's a very subtle difference. At lower speeds, you feel the lopsidedness of the oval setup, and it sort of helps you accelerate around that dead spot. So it does feel a little bit smoother, a little bit awkward, especially at the first time you ride it. But once you've ridden it a few times, it's really hard to tell a difference. And we were switching between two bikes, and we really couldn't really feel a big difference here. So it's subtle improvement. You're not going to get a new PR overnight, but it felt like we could ride at a higher gear, and we didn't shift so much, especially on long, steep climbs. So it's a nice improvement, and the visual change itself, I think, is worth it. It really looks great, and especially if you have worn out chain rings. It's a nice way to update your look and get a little bit more improvement in as far as performance. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Absolute Black oval chain rings. What I like about them is they have beautiful CNC detailing and anodization, so it's a really nice visual upgrade, especially with the outer chain ring. You also get factory-like shifting and build quality, which is always nice, especially when you're buying an aftermarket part. We also felt like there was a little bit of a smoother pedal stroke while climbing at those lower speeds and steep climbs. Now it's not a big day and night difference, it's a subtle change, but we definitely felt like there was some improvement, especially compared to a standard circular chainring, which has a little bit of a dead spot. As far as negatives, there's no color options outside of the dura-ace special oil slick finish. It would have been nice to have some accent colors or other finishes like they do offer in the other products. And if you do the outer chainring swap, you will need to adjust the front derailleur position, as it really pushes the chain a lot higher than standard circular chain rings. Taking everything into account would give the chain rings a 9.0 out of 10. They have a really beautiful premium design and offer a nice subtle difference that can help with fatigue. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.